Where's John?
Where's John? Help, I'm
John.
scared. I don't know how to run this podcast.
John quit the show.
John's gone. We beat up John. We took over the show. Oh, it's on repeat.
No, one more time. Run it back.
The default is to loop it. Run it back. Why not?
Fuck it.
Welcome to the Those Fantasy Dudes podcast. My name is Tyler. I am joined by my wonderful co-host, Jake.
What up?
We're going to come at you every week, live, Twitch, YouTube, and talk about some fantasy football stuff. And normally John is with us, but this week he's on vacation. He's in the Maldives. He's swimming with the dolphins. He's having a great time.
God, he really lives a lavish lifestyle. If you don't know, he has an OnlyFans.
It's just feet pics, though.
top 0.001 percentile. We don't know how he does it.
It's impressive, honestly.
Neither of us are willing to pay.
No, I told him, I said, you have to give me a free subscription or else I'm not going to be friends with you anymore.
I said, what do you think this friendship's been all about if I'm not going to get to see your holes for free? And
it's purely transactional. Yeah, sorry, dude, but that's how it is.
That's why he's off the show.
But yeah, so we're doing this every week. If you've joined in live, we appreciate you guys. If you're checking it out on YouTube or Spotify after the fact, also really thankful for that. We're on all major streaming services. We're going to go over some injury updates, some news. We're going to go Talkin Matchups. We're going to do some Survivor football as well. And to all of the Brittany Mahomes segment fans out there, I apologize. We don't have anything prepared for that, but I think we have something better. So we'll see. I mean, I'm pretty excited.
I think
there's a special drop for it too. Should we just get right into it?
I think you should fire right into it.
I think we should just fire it into it. Nobody cares about fantasy football. We care about this segment. I've not heard this drop yet. Jake put this together. I'm really excited.
It's the John Mervine Fit Check. What's this asshole wearing? Who wears shoes like that? Why's he got a glove? It's the John Mervine Fit Check.
Oh my God. That was incredible.
Yeah.
I gotta say. Absolutely incredible.
Took me about 3 hours.
Worth it. If you're new to the show and you're not familiar with what we're doing here, normally we'd be doing a Brittany Mahomes fit check, where we would kind of break down. This is crazy that I'm describing this out loud right now.
It's worse somehow.
It somehow makes it too real.
John makes it feel like, well, you're weird for not liking it.
He makes it so normal. I don't know how he does
it.
It.
It's like, oh yeah, that's an insane thing.
Oh yeah, it's a crazy thing that we do. Yeah, so she has all of her outfits posted on this website where you can like click links and shop the clothes that she's wearing. We try and do like a Price is Right, trademark Price is Right, guess on the price of her clothing, like item by item, and then like get a total. So whoever gets closest without going over is the winner. Loser gets a cup of water in the face next time we get together. So,
oh God, we got so many of those banked.
We got a lot of water banked. I'm not excited. So yeah, surprise guest on Fit Check is John. So we've got this fit from John here. He's out disc golfing. He's got a dog with him. It's good. Are we guessing the price of the dog or?
Well, that's gonna skyrocket the price because that is a purebred golden retriever.
Yeah, so
not a cheap dog. Yeah,
right,
not a cheap dog.
So John's wearing pretty modest fit, comfortable outdoorsman fit. We're gonna have to kind of figure out some brands here, but
we're really gonna take our best guess here and get.
Yeah, so he's wearing a black flat brim throwback Maine state flag hat. He's got a black t-shirt. I would say that's
work
like
shirt. I call that workwear.
So he's got the t-shirt underneath, but yeah, he's got like a denim, like a black denim kind of washed jacket as well. Yeah. Button-up jacket. Also, I would imagine Levi's jeans.
I would say probably Levi's or American Eagle.
Yep. And then I think for the sake of fairness, I'm pretty sure those are Hoka's. I don't think you'd be able to tell from this.
Hoka's.
but he's
I've
wearing
seen
some
those shoes on him.
yeah, some navy and like red and orange Hokas. Not sure what model. And let's also count. He's wearing a glove. He's wearing one OJ glove.
Yeah, he looks like he did just stab his ex-wife to death.
Yes, he does. And he just always looks like that, honestly.
Yeah, that's just John. That's just our friend.
That's just his look.
It's just he has a look about him. It looks like he kills his ex-wife.
Yep, that's him, 100%. That's him, officer. He did it.
That's him. That's the guy.
That's the guy. And yeah, he's got a pink disc golf disc.
Yep.
I couldn't tell you what brand.
I don't know how you price those.
I have no idea. So
I do know. I will say he got this. This is a picture from him getting his first hole-in-one or ace, I guess they call it in disc golf. Okay. So props to John. But I will say that does determine that it's a driver. I think that's what that means.
I would imagine so, because it's like smaller and maybe kind of heavy, so you can throw it farther. That's my guess. I don't know.
I don't know shit about disc golf.
So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna quickly write down our guesses here, and then we're gonna see if we can kind of find some links on the fly to what John is wearing, or at least get really close.
And we're counting the Hokas. We're counting everything here.
Correct. Yep. So, yeah, I gotta think about this. We'll put on some. Let's put on some thinking music here.
Put on the drop.
Run it back.
It's the John Mervine Fit Check.
Fans of the show will recognize this background music as the Pat Mahomes Senior update.
Hell yeah.
Why's he got a glove? It's the John Mervine Fit Check.
Oh boy. I think I've got my guess.
Hold on.
You're good. If you're gonna win any of them, it's gonna be this one.
I need to add it up. Is the problem? Hold on. I did
Math
it all.
Is hard. Math is very hard.
Well, yeah, it is.
Honor system. I have written down my guess. I promise I will not change it, but I'm going to start looking up and seeing if I can find these items.
I've got mine written down too.
Okay, very good. So let's take a look here. So I'm going to throw my guess in the chat here. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'll put my name.
All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So we're pretty close. Jake's
pretty close.
guessing 260. I've guessed 325 because I'm banking on the fact that disc golf discs are abhorrently expensive for no reason. Because
the thing is, I've been with him when he's bought them in parking lots.
Yep.
So I feel like that was an advantage here.
That is fair.
He bought them from a guy in a van, just like selling them at the disc golf course.
Very good. We love that.
Yeah.
So let's see here. This is gonna be tough without links.
I take your best guess. I mean, we know that's not a Carhartt overshirt, for example. Like we know some certain things about this. Really, the hat. If you can dial in the hat, I bet that's an easy one to find.
That's what I was thinking until I started looking, and I can't really find one. This one is really close. This is from hatpublic.com. This is a colored logo. Let me see if I can share my screen here.
What if I just pump his picture into ChatGPT and tell me to give him a price of the outfit?
Here, what if I do this? Yeah, you could also try that. So here is, where is it? This is the hat I came up with here.
Which one?
2159 is what I'm seeing on there. Be this one right here. I don't know if that's fair. Because that's the closest one. I think that's as good as we're gonna do on short notice.
You do a quick guess. I'll put it into ChatGPT. We'll average them together and we'll call it there.
All right, I like that. So then next element here, let's do so $21.99 on the hat. I'm gonna do the jacket now. So is it safe to assume Levi denim jacket, would you say?
I don't think it's Levi's. I don't think it's a jacket. I think it's an overshirt.
Okay. It's like, it still looks like denim. That's
It might be black denim. I don't know.
overshirt. See, this is looking very close to me here. Something like this. This is the Levi's Truckee long sleeve overshirt men's Horace washed black. So I'm gonna say so that's $69.50.
See that? Which one?
It's gonna be this one.
69.
Yeah,
That one's got the buttons, but I guess that one right there, the Levi, the fifth one in, looks pretty close.
They're honestly all the same price with the exception of
that's what I'm
this one in
saying.
the Walmart. So
yeah,
that's close enough for me.
Yeah.
What else do we got here? So he's got
oh no, again, he doesn't have the white buttons. That's definitely Levi's. You're right.
So then I would assume probably Levi pants as well. Oh man, this one's tough. Again, I think we're just gonna have to.
Tyler.
Yeah.
It's given ChatGPT said high end is 350, low end's 270.
So we've got it dialed in. We've got it absolutely dialed in.
Yeah.
This is what I've got here for the jeans. 501s, maybe. I would assume there's a couple different. Jeans. Yeah, these are original fit. I don't know that those are skinny jeans. These are slim fit 511s. This looks pretty accurate too.
That looks like it could be, yeah.
If we can agree on that, that's $69.50 as well. All right. So we've got most of his fit. So Hoka's here. This is going to be, I think, the easiest to find, I would hope.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe red and orange. Oh yeah. Oh, that's an eBay link. Hoka.
I'm gonna say you probably won this based off of those two. I mean, we're already at 140 with the jeans and the jacket. Then you don't have the Hokas. Hokas are gonna be 100 easy.
I think I found
Wait, well, because it's closest without going over, so you might actually.
It's gonna be really close, dude.
It's gonna be
I might have
close.
been slightly over. I mean, I can't find a good link for these. Who knows if they just get rid of their old colors or whatever. This is what I'm seeing for the Hokas. I got $139.95.
That sounds right to me.
That looks correct.
Those are the sneakers for sure.
They've got to be those ones, right?
Yeah.
So we'll put them down. $139.95. And not quite last, because we need one black glove, right?
Yeah, ChatGPT has called that a throwing disc golf style glove. See what that's. They said 15 to 25.
Here's what I've got for options. Whatever seems fair. This one's like a specifically from the disc store, so
it's probably not that one. It looks like that disc store won the mid-range one, that $12
like this one here.
Yeah, because you can see the finger, either that one or the Walmart friction glove for $26, or Infinite Discs friction glove. I bet you that's it. That looks pretty accurate.
Yeah, that's kind of splitting the diff too. I feel like $14.99. That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
So $14.99 on the glove. Now, this is the challenging part. What the hell is this pink disc here? I'm just going to say pink disc golf driver. And we'll see if any of them look similar. It's the mermaid. Oh, boy.
Just take the most mid-range one you got. And
yeah, honestly, these are all... 10 to 20.
I know he bought. I feel fairly confident he bought that secondhand for like $10.
Let's call it 15. Because there's a
I'm
lot
good
of
with
15, 20, and who knows.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we'll call it $14.99 just to be accurate. All right. What's our grand total?
Let's see.
So we've got $21.99 on the hat. Got $69.50 on both the overshirt
this
and
is
the
gonna be
pants.
tight.
We've got $139.95 for the shoes. We got $14.99 for the glove and $14.99 for the disc. $330.92.
Oh my God.
I thought I was way too much for sure, but oh my God.
That's dead on.
That's a W right there, boys. We'll take it. Sweet deal. Well,
right.
One more time for the people. Where is it?
It's the John Mervine Fit Check. What's this asshole wearing?
I really liked that line.
What's this asshole wearing? Oh, phenomenal. Good shit. All right. So let's get into some fantasy football, shall we? It's only 17 minutes into the show. Usually people are checked out by now with Brittany Mahomes. So
That's true. It's true. It's nice to be back doing this. I gotta say, I missed last week's.
it's the best, dude. It's so much fun. So let's get into some NFL news.
NFL news and injury updates.
All right. So let's start with some notable injuries. These are not in any particular order, except for this one, because this is super important to a lot of people. Joe Burrow is going to be out for the next 3 months with a grade 3 turf toe injury that requires surgery.
I mean, that's basically the entire season.
That's the regular season, at least,
Pretty
like
much.
three quarters of it.
And also, not for nothing, but they were banking on their entire offense to drag them into the playoffs. So,
yeah,
Browning being the head up there is, I don't know, not
it's
awesome.
going to be interesting. I mean, the thing is, like, Joe Burrow just elevates that offense so much. Jake Browning threw 3 picks when he went back in for him. So, in a way, like, fantasy impact is maybe not as strong for the likes of Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Yeah.
But for the Bengals as a whole, like, it's going to shake things up a lot.
I'll tell you one thing. They're going to be down every game. So they're going to be throwing a lot.
They're going to be throwing a lot. I don't
Pick
know.
sixes are great for fantasy football.
They are. They really are. I don't know how that impacts Chase Brown. Honestly, I don't know if that's an upgrade or
overall it's bad. It's a downgrade. Overall,
I feel like it's a downgrade.
Is worse for running backs.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling too.
Yeah.
And their O-line was already struggling. That's kind of why Joe Burrow got hurt to begin with. So
yeah,
not fantastic news, especially if you're a Bengals fan. So hopefully Joe Burrow is on the mend. Stick with the quarterbacks here. Justin Fields is actually going to be out this Sunday. He's in concussion protocol. That is probably not impacting a ton of people, especially considering Justin Fields had a really bad week last week. So you were probably already considering benching him. Week 1 was like,
he had a bad week.
It was incredible.
He would have turned it around with the concussion, or without the concussion. That was really what did him in.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, the fact that he had the performance that he did speaks to his rushing capabilities, because he looked so dog shit, but still managed to score like positive points.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a fumble. He was 3 for 11 for 27 yards, but he rushed for 50 yards. For 49 yards. So he still had 4 points.
Yeah. Not ideal.
I thought for sure that was going to be a shootout. And
yeah, so Justin Fields not going to play this week, but something to keep an eye on for sure. Just while we're talking, I can put up some stats here just while we're looking. Another notable injury, quarterbacks, JJ McCarthy is actually going to be out for likely 2 to 4 weeks with an ankle injury. Looks like he has a high ankle sprain. suffered against the Falcons. I didn't realize that they lost that bad to the Falcons. 22-6 is pretty rough.
It was a brutal game. It was a really, really brutal game. A lot of field goals kicked. It was truly a trash game to watch.
That's a tough score. 22-6 is a really awkward score for a game to be anyway. So
yeah.
So 2 to 4 weeks. He is out. Who is his backup? Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I almost kind of like that. If I'm a Justin Jefferson owner, I'm not going to lie.
I mean, and look, to be honest, JJ McCarthy has not been good for Justin Jefferson. Anybody who can competently throw the ball is going to be better. I'm a Michigan guy. I was really hoping JJ McCarthy would be good, but to be honest, the rest of the team won him that national championship. I don't know that he really was the guy there in the way that like you think of like a Cam Newton or a Joe Burrow being like a major part of a win. I don't know as if he was as big a part of his win. He was certainly good. He seems cool under pressure. He really did save their week 1. Like he came back and won that, but so
he seems moldable. I mean, it's like any young quarterback situation. If you're going to have anybody coaching this kind of guy, though, it's Kevin O'Connell. Like, he's in a great situation coaching wise. So he'll be hurt, be out for a couple of weeks, but I think
he could be
really great. Or he could be just good enough with Kevin O'Connell to fool some other team in a few years to signing him to way too much money.
Yeah. I think that's entirely possible.
Yep. Jaden Daniels is questionable as well. So a lot of quarterback injuries.
That's a tough one. That's a big. You spent up on Jaden Daniels if you have him.
Yeah. So he has a knee injury. He has not practiced. So Dan Quinn said he won't practice Wednesday or Thursday.
Wednesday. Oh, okay. I was going to say, how does he know he hasn't practiced?
Yeah. So he could not play this Sunday, in which case Marcus Mariota is lined up for a start. So like what year is it over here that we're talking about Carson Wentz and Marcus Mariota?
Yeah.
But again, huge blow. You're counting on Jaden Daniels being healthy and balling out. I mean, he's been great through 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely has been.
So that's a really tough one. I'll rip through a few others here. Jalen Waddle's questionable with a shoulder injury. Xavier Worthy is questionable. He's been out since week 1 with that collision with Travis Kelce, but he is back on the practice field. So he is working to get back. Christian Kirk, who suffered a pretty bad knee injury, I believe, last year, did a ton of rehab offseason, has missed the first 2 weeks. He's finally expected to play this week, which is exciting. You've got kind of some downgrades for the rest of that wide receiver room, with the exception of like Nico Collins, because you've kind of had like a muddling of like mid-tier, like sort of startable wide receivers there.
Yep.
A few others we're looking at. McCarthy, we already did. Darren Waller is going to be out for Thursday Night Football tomorrow. So coming out of retirement just to be hurt and not play, that's pretty cool. Very Darren Waller thing to do.
It's such a Darren Waller thing to do, dude.
Which is crazy.
So Darren Waller of him.
Yeah, he just hasn't seen the field yet. I mean, we don't know when he's going to be back. He's not on IR, so I guess he should be back somewhat soon, but still yet to see what Darren Waller's got left in the tank. Another notable one, I think this is kind of gamesmanship by Kyle Shanahan, but supposedly Brock Purdy is questionable. He's limited at practice. He has a chance to play, according to the coaching staff. So you know how that goes. I would expect to see Mac Jones again this week. That's what I think.
Oh my God! As soon as Brock Purdy's healthy, he's coming back. They love Brock Purdy.
They love Brock Purdy. Mac Jones looked pretty good for what it's worth. He had a pretty decent week last week.
He looked fine. He really look.
He had 3 touchdowns and 280 yards, and I'm being unbiased.
Everyone loves to dog on him as Pats fans. For you guys, like you and John, but it's like he just got kind of a raw deal. Like anybody who followed up Tom Brady, the coaching around him was not solid for him. It was tumultuous time, and he just couldn't. I mean, he wasn't good enough to overcome that.
He had to bear the cross of Matt Patricia, and Bill O'Brien, and these guys who you're just like, what are we doing? So
yeah.
I agree. I didn't see that he fumbled twice either. That's a notable stat. Lost one of them. Yeah, I didn't watch that game. So, but yeah, I would plan on Brock Purdy being available this week for you to start. Although, like we said, Mac Jones, pretty serviceable backup. They're playing Arizona too, which is a little bit underrated defense, but still a
I
pretty
will
decent
say,
matchup.
almost always the tight end in San Francisco when they play Arizona gets a touchdown. Statistically, if you look back, so Jake Tongas, pretty decent start if you got to throw in somebody from the waivers at tight end.
Yeah, why not? I mean, he's looked fine.
He's
on the field.
Look, he's gotten 10 and 7 points. He gets a touchdown any of those weeks. You're pretty pleased you started him. I'm telling you, typically when they play Arizona, San Francisco gets a touchdown from the tight end position.
Yeah, fair enough. Also, a pretty notable injury. Aaron Jones has been moved to the IR, and I'm really wishing that I traded him to Jake a little bit sooner,
big ups,
or got Jordan Mason a little bit sooner than I did. But
I knew this was coming.
It was gonna happen eventually. I mean, it's such a hurt position at running back already. That 30-year-old Aaron Jones getting a pretty decent workload, not a full workload, but a decent workload. Something like this is always bound to happen. So he's got to miss at least 4 games with a hamstring. Earliest return date would be week 8, which is tough. So
I don't know if you know this, but Ty Chandler, the RB3 on that team, is also on the IR. So Jordan Mason is about to get like a crazy workload from an absolute. Look at that guy.
Are you starting Xavier Scott this week?
Xavier Scott.
No, he could get worked in genuinely.
Cam Akers might see the
Cam
field.
Akers is on the Vikings as well. He joined the practice squad a day ago.
A day ago,
be elevated.
So that means after.
Yeah, it's worth it. Worth a look for RB depth in deep leagues. So
CJ Ham also out there still.
Yeah, so
Jordan Mason, I think he's going to eat. He was so good in San Francisco when they gave him the work, and he's been pretty efficient. I mean,
he was, but also San Francisco last year, absolutely an elite team. So you plug in, I'm going to sound like John. You plug in anybody in that offense, like it's going to work out pretty well. I don't think Jordan Mason is like insane. I think given the opportunity, like given volume, anybody can be good for fantasy. I think Jordan Mason will be a pretty decent start. I don't think he's going to be a smash start, but you're going to be pretty happy starting him, especially where you might have gotten him off waivers.
I think you
drafted him really late.
15 points a week from him.
I don't know if anybody on the Vikings is going to get 15 points a week. I think
because Mason's going to get a bunch of dump offs from Carson Wentz, who's like good enough to do that and get it out. Unlike JJ McCarthy.
When's the last time Carson Wentz played football?
He won a ring with the Chiefs.
I guess, technically.
And he also won a ring with the Eagles. He is a 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback in the NFL, Tyler.
He sure is.
Whether you like it or not, Carson Wentz has 2 Super Bowl rings.
But the last time Carson Wentz started looks like in 2023, week 18 at San Francisco.
Wait, I thought he won with the Chiefs. Oh, no, Kenny Pickett won. That's it. Kenny Pickett won with the Chiefs.
He was on the Chiefs last year when they lost. He was playing for the Rams in 2023. Journeyman Carson Wentz obviously was with the Eagles, then went to Indianapolis, then to Washington, then to LA, to the Rams, then to Kansas City, now with the Vikings.
Jeez.
Every year he has changed teams. So the last time he started was kind of for a...
Do you know who's backing up Patrick Mahomes right now? Gardner Minshew.
Gardner Minshew. That's a good
shout.
It was Chad Henne forever.
Chad Henne won 2 Super Bowls with them. That was it. Okay. Carson Wentz was on the Chiefs for a period of time.
Yeah. No, he sure was. So
yeah.
Yeah. So lots of injuries. Hopefully your team has come out of this somewhat unscathed. My entire wide receiver core is questionable in the league record. That was like half my team I just listed. So we'll see what happens. I hope Xavier Worthy plays soon. I hope Jalen Waddle's fine. We'll see what happens. But getting into a little bit of news, no really outright news, just kind of some talking points this week. How about Russell Wilson against the Cowboys?
How about Russell Wilson is the passing leader on the season so far?
Is he really? Like yardage?
Yes.
That's unbelievable.
Yep. Russell Wilson has. Let me see. I want to get the number right. Yeah, Russell Wilson's thrown for 618 yards this season so far.
Yeah, that's unreal. That's a lot.
That's on pace for 5,562 passing yards, which is not every game is going to be like the one against Dallas. That was exceptional.
Sure.
Justin Herbert's on track for 5,045 touchdowns.
Touchdowns or yards?
Yes. 5,000 yards, 45 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's gross. That is super gross. So, I mean, yeah, Russ was cooking in Dallas. 450 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 96%. Or I'm sorry, that's not completion percentage. He had 30 completions.
He simultaneously kept them in that game and actively lost them that game because he threw the final pick.
Yeah, that's the really dim spot on that stat line as he did. He had the 1 pick, but Wan'Dale Robinson and Malik Neighbors had absolutely insane weeks. Good luck if you're playing against Malik Neighbors like I was, because boy, howdy, he had 167 yards by himself and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, 37.7 points. The person who has him in my work league only scored 103 points.
That was like half of their team then.
That's what 40% of their points was Malik Neighbors. But now I have him. I got him in my work league.
That's crazy. So you traded for Malik Neighbors after this happened?
Yeah. How is that
possible?
Because I said 40% of your team's points are coming from one guy. Let me give you players to start.
Let me take that one good guy on your team and give you some dog shit.
You got Alvin Kamara and Devonta Smith.
So dog shit.
That's not dog shit.
Alvin Kamara is maybe on the worst offense in the league right now. And
you're an Alvin Kamara manager.
I love Alvin Kamara, but what's his ceiling, like 12 points?
No, his ceiling, he scored 15 points each week.
Yeah, it's not. I don't love that. When
he's projected, I'll put it this way: he's projected more points this week than he was last week.
Fair enough, but still,
his team is overall better off, and so is mine. That's
pretty gross. We had a Super Bowl rematch this week as well. Travis Kelce had a big old oopsie and had a pass go right through his hands, basically, and he like tossed it up to the Eagles defender and turned into an interception, like right at the goal line. So
that's the play that they show when they say why he was washed and why he needed to retire. Like that'll 100%. Be what they play when they say like, here's where his definitive downfall moment was that moment.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to play when people say that Rob Gronkowski was not as good as Travis Kelce.
Rob Gronkowski never did that. He
never did shit like that, dude. Not even close. That being said, like still had a pretty decent day fantasy wise. I mean, 4 catches, 61 yards. It's not like amazing, but
he's on track to be the most TE9 I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's like, not an exciting stat line.
Like not a guy that you're like, fucking thank God I drafted, but a guy who is always going to put points up.
So what's Mark Andrews on track for then?
Mark Andrews is on track to be tight end 55 if he keeps playing like this. Mark Andrews is the best blocking tight end on the Ravens right now, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's true. He's just non-existent in the pass game. It's brutal. So what a fall from grace for these guys in the last 2 years.
It's once Greg Roman left, he just fell off. It really once Todd Monken came in, it was like, and then what's his name in between there? Who's now the head coach of the Seattle Seahawks. It's totally different. Yeah.
Yes. I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name either. But yeah, it's just one of those things, man. Like tight end is such a weird position this year. If you were talking to me on X, anybody out there listening over the weekend, I said, hey, do I start Juwan Johnson over Mark Andrews? Is that really a crazy thing to do? And then I was like, you know what? Mark Andrews is going to get one more week. He'll get one more week, and then I'll start.
Bad choice. Johnson.
Really bad choice, turns out. Because I would have beat John. We'll get to that. But yeah, just not. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Dynasty. Never mind. I got walloped by Ben. We'll get to that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So
I beat John.
Yeah. So just Juwan Johnson, I guess, is the tight end 2.
Juwan Johnson is the tight end 2. I see no reason not to start him. To me, he's a smash start until he approves otherwise.
Yeah,
20 targets through 2 weeks.
It's crazy, right?
I don't care if they suck. I hope they suck. I hope they keep throwing the ball to Juwan Johnson.
Like, am I able to look here? Stats on the season 2025. Oh, filtering still. Oh, that can't be right. I'm trying to just see who the tight end one is on the year so far.
I
don't know if it'll let me do it in this format here. But it's probably not who we think it would be.
Tight end one is Tucker Kraft.
Yeah, like that's...
Yeah, the fact that the tight end, I mean, his is off last week. That was an insane week. The fact that the top 5 tight ends are Tucker Kraft, Juwan Johnson, Zach Ertz, Tyler Warren, Trey McBride. Like, only Trey McBride makes sense, and he shouldn't be the 5th option there.
And Tyler Warren, I could see being like a fringe candidate too, but the rest of these guys is like, man, what the hell, Tucker Kraft?
Zach Ertz was playing football while we were still in high school.
That's gross. That's so gross. Yeah, 6 for 64. He's had a touchdown both weeks. I guess it's score dependent still, but yeah, it's ridiculous.
I mean, even week 2 is a pretty good week. He's on par with Travis Kelce if he doesn't get touchdown.
Yeah. So not to put you on the spot, but I've kind of gone over mine. I was going to ask you what your biggest fantasy surprise has been over the last 2 weeks. For me, it's been Juwan Johnson, just singularly.
Yeah, I was pretty shocked about that. I mean, I've got a couple of note that I'm excited about. I love Troy Franklin. I felt like, you can back me up on this, I felt like Troy Franklin was going to be a guy from the moment he came to the Denver Broncos. So it was like, oh my God, like Sean Payton's super excited about this guy, Bo Nix. Troy Franklin's coming in with him. They broke a bunch of records at Oregon, made sure I got him in the draft and Dynasty. And so to finally watch him like ball the fuck out and have like his career game so far, I mean, it was so nice to see. I mean, he went 8 for 89 and 24 points. Like, I foresee him being the future of this offense. I think they're going to let Cortland Sutton walk at some point and draft somebody else to help Bo Nix, and Troy Franklin is going to be his guy. So I've been really excited about that. I think that I'm going to be vindicated soon here on Trey Benson. I feel good about him taking work. Also feel very vindicated about Jordan Mason. That was one of those things where it was like, it was a surprise, but not a surprise. Like, I felt like that's what was going to happen. I got Igbuka everywhere, but that was everyone. Everyone called that. Nobody. That was not a shock.
That was not really a big shock. Yeah, his ADP was pretty high considering.
Yeah, no, I didn't call my shot at all there. Yeah, I mean, those are really my big ones. I felt honestly, if Justin Fields doesn't get a concussion, I feel like I'm very vindicated on him. The fact that he put up 30 points week 1, I have no doubts that I'm holding him. In any league where he's hurt, I'm holding him. I'm finding a bridge QB and holding him. His upside, the last time he was a full-time starter was he was QB5.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's
amazing.
For a guy
at the value.
I got at 15, in the 15th round. So I'm huge on him, and I feel like his vindication is coming. But I'd say, I mean, my favorite is Troy Franklin. I'm just so happy about that. He feels like he deserves it.
You called your shot on that too. You're like, I
didn't draft him anywhere because I didn't need to, but I'll certainly I burned my waiver priority and spent up on him anywhere I had to.
Sure. So no, I could see him having a really decent target share moving forward. Cortland Sutton is still kind of the guy, honestly, if you're going to have anybody, but he's carving out a nice spot in that offense for himself. And I think as the season goes on, chemistry is going to build a little bit more. Bo Nix. And yeah, I think we're seeing the ascension of Troy Franklin also. So
the other person I would mention right now for people is, I think Woody Marks is going to start skyrocketing here pretty soon.
That's surprising to me. I haven't been keeping tabs on this Texans backfield, but
I just
elevated role, and we don't have a timetable for Joe Mixon. We don't know.
That's the thing. Joe Mixon. We don't know about Joe Mixon. Nick Chubb looks okay, but I think that they need somebody. They need somebody young to come in and revitalize that. I mean, look at. Nick Chubb's not doing anything that is like mind blowing.
His efficiency is okay.
It's fine.
The Texans' offense as a whole has been kind of off to a slow start. CJ Stroud has not really looked like himself either.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of larger issue, but
Yeah.
they've played two really good teams though. They've played the
Two tough
Rams and
defenses,
the
yeah.
Buccaneers through 2 weeks. It's a tough start, man.
I think Jacksonville, Tennessee, and then I think Baltimore is going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
I
So
think those
yeah,
would be
no,
nice.
Woody Marks, if you're in a really deep league, I think as the season goes on, you could see more of him emerging.
Yeah, I'm trying to stash him most play. I think he's gonna beat out Dara Boombawale and Dameon Pierce, and
yeah,
hopefully I think Nick Chubb's gonna get injured. I don't think after how horrendous that knee injury was.
If nothing else, he's just kind of lost a step. He's a bit slower, or something.
Yeah,
doesn't necessarily have to be an injury, but could just be a coaching thing.
Yeah,
saying, hey, this is not making sense. Why are we doing this?
Yep.
So, nope, that's fair enough. All right, so that's it for the news and a couple of talking points. You want to get into some matchups?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet. Once I find the sound awkwardly.
Talking matchups.
That's matchup rewind, which is, just close enough.
That'll do it. Matchup rewind. All right. So I played John, and the reason John's not on the podcast this week is because I beat him horribly.
Because you beat his ass.
I beat his ass, put a belt to ass on.
And this is in Dynasty, right?
This is in Dynasty, yeah.
Because I played him in League of Record, yeah.
Yes, beat John week, as we all know. John's team has just been falling apart at the seams. The only bright spot of John's team is his QBs. He's got both Daniel Jones and Baker Mayfield, both of whom are, top 10 options. Daniel Jones being QB2 on the season right now. Even Aaron Rodgers is QB12. But here's the thing. Jalen Hurts is not a QB1. But John has started in both weeks. So he's not loving that because between Hurts and Brown, it has not been there. That's really the meat of John's team. That and Bijan Robinson, who has been fantastic. Even though the rest of the Falcons offense hasn't looked good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really, I mean, my team is operating exactly how I expected it to this season, which is Jordan Love gets a very average, solid amount of points between 15 and 20. And Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, and Jahmyr Gibbs really carry the weight. I really did think Justin Jefferson would be doing a lot more this season, and Sam Laporta / George Kittle, but this is really how I expected my season to go. Like between these three guys, I feel like every week somebody's going to pop off and give me the best shot to win.
You've got a ton of star power, man. Like this is a loaded team. Let's not forget. This is Dynasty, 12-man.
Yeah.
You have 3 just ridiculous running backs.
All 3 of those guys are first-round picks.
Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor's mid-second, but
I get, but still an RB1 overall candidate.
Plus Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, it's gross. It's a super gross team. And any given week, one of these guys could pop for 40 points, or at a bare minimum, just have a great floor. Like these running backs, you're not expecting any less than at least 15 points out of these guys.
No. Gibbs feels like Green Bay was his floor, and he got 10 receptions for 31 yards. This next week I think is going to be a real blow-up week for Gibbs. I think this is going to be where Gibbs does Gibbs stuff because they're playing Baltimore and they got to score a ton of points.
Yeah.
No, I'm incredibly excited about this win.
Yeah, that's awesome. It was a pretty close matchup. You beat him 131 and 113.
It was a sweat. It was definitely a sweat right up until because he had he had somebody going in the 10 p.m. block. And
who's that? Chargers, Raiders?
Yeah, I thought he had. Wait, maybe I did. No, that was a different matchup.
Not.
He was until the 7 p.m. block, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I'll speak for John a little bit. I think it's crazy that Jalen Hurts hasn't thrown a touchdown in 2 weeks. At all. Weird.
He's been rushing 3 so far.
I mean, he's still doing fine. Don't get me wrong. I think just highlighting John's bench is, Daniel Jones and Baker Mayfield is kind of weird in week 2.
Yeah.
Right? So that's not going to happen every week. AJ Brown has not been himself as far as like being part of the passing game with the Eagles too. But he kind of called a shot on Devontae Adams a little bit, man. Like he's been really solid for the Rams.
Yeah.
He's getting targets for sure. So I think we're all going to be a little surprised on Devontae Adams especially when he scores like that. He's going to have some solid weeks. So close matchup. I think John's team criminally underperformed, especially the Eagles, but Kansas City's got a great defense. That's just bound to happen at some point. So, getting into my dynasty matchup here, this was my hell week. I would have beat John. I scored 122 points. The problem is that I was playing Ben, who had an absolutely insane pop-off week, had the most points in the league. So I'm down to 0-2 now, which is not feeling great.
That's not great.
But my team had a solid outing. I mean, Lamar Jackson against Cleveland, they just stomped the shit out of Cleveland. Usually it's a pretty close game.
They beat 26 points off of them.
Travis Etienne, God bless this man.
I can't believe he's back.
I can believe he's back because he's extremely efficient. He's a great runner. He's a great pass catcher. Just super underrated running back. The coaching staff last year didn't know what the hell they were doing or how to use him. This new coaching staff saw him in 1 week and they're like, bye, Tank Bigsby. You can
pretty
go
much. Yeah, they really did. Just like
we've got our guy here. We're not really worried about it.
Yeah, and Trevor Lawrence likes his guy. Didn't ETN play with him in college?
Yeah, Clemson. Yeah. So there you go. I mean, the connection's there clearly. CeeDee Lamb had a great week. He had 9 catches for 112 yards. I started Mark Andrews, which kind of sucked. But the real kicker is that no matter what I did, I was going to lose this week. Ben had Joe Burrow hurt. He had Travion Henderson with 3 carries. But he had Jamar Chase and Malik Neighbors against me. He had the wide receiver 1 and 2 on the week, both scoring 35 plus, which is disgusting. He also had JSN in the flex with 18.
Wide receiver 3 JSN. I mean, he is the wide receiver version of my running backs.
Yeah, just disgusting team. We all kind of flamed him a little bit in the chat when he sold Amon-Ra for Malik Neighbors. That was such a
still think that's
trade.
An overpay.
It's absolutely an overpay. Amon-Ra and 2 firsts for Neighbors.
For Malik Neighbors, that's insane. I mean, that's essentially 4 firsts for Malik Neighbors. Amon-Ra is worth at least 2 firsts.
But he's kind of right now, that just won him a week, man.
I'm not. Would he have beat you still? He would have beat you if he started nobody. I want to be very clear about that. Just want to let you know, he still would.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm just purely saying, Malik Neighbors is legit for what it's worth.
I just think that's an overpay.
It's definitely an overpay. I completely agree with you. But yeah, so kind of tough going to 0-2. Again, I could have agonized over some sit starts like Alvin Kamara. Maybe should have started. Keenan Allen had another great week. So we'll see what happens. I guess I'm starting Juwan Johnson at tight end next week. I don't know.
I think gross. Have to.
I think I have to, unless I make a trade here. But you want to quickly go over your week 3 dynasty matchup? Looks like you're playing Troy.
Yeah, I'm fired up to finally get a matchup that I feel like not that this is a cake matchup or that it's a total lock. Because I mean, if Houston finally pops off and Janty, he's got some pieces. Lad McConkey could easily have a 30-point week. That's entirely possible. He's done it before.
Yeah.
Egbuka, it's not that he's got nobody, but I just feel really confident about this matchup finally.
I mean, look at the projection, for God's sakes. You're projecting 147 points, which is stupid.
Yeah.
A lot of that I'll attribute to Christian McCaffrey and Jordan Mason.
Jordan Mason is really what puts that over the edge. And I've got some nice matchups next week, so I feel really good. Detroit against Baltimore is going to be a high scorer. I think Jordan Mason against Cincy, with how bad their defense is, I think he's going to be able to kind of eat, because it's in his head, he's probably all right, well, this is my week to show them why they traded for me and get paid and not pay. It's they're going to be paying attention this week more than almost any other week. So I just need Devonta Smith to get involved, dude. That's really Devonta Smith being wide receiver 65 on the season, having scored 4.6 and 9.3 is just not going to cut it. So
the passing game's been non-existent for the Eagles.
It's been brutal.
And to be fair, Devonta Smith has been very underwhelming, wide receiver too.
He has I just think it's the team he's on. I think if you slotted him across from if you slotted him across Justin Jefferson, or if you slotted him in not Cleveland, Cleveland, honestly, he'd probably be all right in Cleveland. He's a good wide receiver. It's just he happens to play on a team where they don't pass the ball because A, they don't need to, or B, like it's just he's cutting the top off and helping out. And it's just he's going to be the guy like he was in the Super Bowl to help, but he's just not. I hope he leaves. The
talent is absolutely there. It's just not his time right now, and he's on a run first team.
I still do value what I got him for a good value. I got him and a 2026 first for James Cook. I feel really good about that still.
Have you seen James Cook lately, though?
James Cook.
Given your team and your running back room, I agree with you. But still, James Cook has been pretty good. He
is the literal RB1 right now.
Yeah,
not disagreeing that he's been incredible, but I do feel better. I mean, long term, I think. Yeah. I think somewhere else would be good. Plus,
I like your matchup though. I think Troy's got a great team, but your team's just elite, man. You got the ceiling. Yeah. Also, he's got Ashton Genty, which is really exciting for him, but he's been very underwhelming the first couple of games.
Not been great.
Again, they've faced two really good defenses though.
Well, it's not two. New England's weren't too much. Week 1. I'm
just saying. If there's a bright spot for the Patriots, it's Drake May singularly on offense and then the defense. That's where the money's been spent.
Yes. And that Ramondre Stevenson looks all right still.
Yeah. My matchup next week in Dynasty is a little lopsided right now, projection wise.
I love how Connor does this. It's so funny.
Yeah, he's fucking with me. He just has empty spots in his lineup. Connor's got a great team though.
Sneaky, really good.
I've said it 100,000 times, but he's got this Moneyball team that just is these like criminally undervalued, underrated.
Because he's a coach.
Fantasy assets. Because he knows ball.
He knows ball, like really knows ball.
He really does. He's got Kyler Murray, Kyron Williams, Cortland Sutton, Zay Flowers.
This guy is right now trying to hold me over a barrel for Brian Robinson.
Yeah, as he should.
He wants Troy Franklin, and I've been like, dude, I can't trade you Troy Franklin after this last week. Like, I agreed to it before week 1. Oh. I was like, hey man, let me get this. Like, I will give you Troy Franklin. You give me Brian Robinson. And he like wanted to sit on it and couldn't come to an agreement. And then last week after week 1, I was still like, all right, man, let's do it. Troy Franklin. That's fine. And he still wanted to sit on it. He was like, the week's not even over. And then week 2 came and went. And now I'm like, dude, I can't do Troy Franklin.
Oh God.
So
that is brutal. Yeah, so he's got a great team, man. Like Zay Flowers is wide receiver 5 on the year so far. I do have Lamar Jackson that offsets it a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, at least if Zay Flowers pops off, what you need is a heavy rushing game from Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, big time. He's got Terry McLaurin, Jameson Williams. I still love my team.
Look good.
He has not looked great. Jaden Daniels is hurt as well, so we'll see if he does anything. But I got some really critical start sits to make this week. I think I am starting Juwan Johnson.
You have to.
Insane as that sounds.
There's no question.
The amount of targets he's gotten. The problem is I'm going to start him. He's going to get 1 target.
There's no question. You have to start. Even if that's the case, you have to start him.
But I got to go for it. Josh Jacobs was limited today in practice. We didn't go over that. Dealing with an ankle injury possibly. Going against Cleveland and Myles Garrett, like that scares me. Keenan Allen playing against Denver. They have a great secondary. Mike Evans playing against Sauce Gardner. These guys have some really tough matchups. So having these 2 flex spots, I really am going to probably make the wrong decision inevitably, which I
forgot how many wide receivers you have.
My depth is disgusting. I'm choosing between wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, DK Metcalf, Michael Pittman, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Mike Evans, Christian Kirk, Josh Palmer are all like legitimate starts.
Palmer, but the rest
downgrade there. But these are flex position players on any other team. That's the thing. So I got to consider them, right? But I'm 0-2. If I go to 0-3, things get statistically a lot harder for me to get back in the playoffs.
0-4, you're like 90+% to not make playoffs.
Yeah, so if I can eke out a win here against Connor, that would be awesome, especially where he's got one of the better teams. I think he's going to beat some teams and be better. After that, I'm playing Frank, and then Austin week 5 is a tough team too. So, but and then let's check out League of Record. So how did your matchup look last week in League of Record?
League of Record, I caught a win. I'm 2-0.
By the skin of your teeth, 9 points.
The skin of my teeth, and this one did go into the 10 p.m. window, which I know I have no say in it, but fuck the 10 p.m. window. What a nightmare of a.
Horrible. I went to bed. East Coast.
And Dude, I had everywhere. I could have easily lost this. Jacoby Myers got 12 targets. He only caught half of them
Ridiculous.
for nothing, basically.
Oh my gosh.
He got as many targets as he did points. He got 12.8. So I really had every right to lose this week. Ashton Janty just didn't show up the way I would hope. And yeah, so that was not awesome. But I still got to win. And that's what's important. I go from 2-0, and I now play the last place team, which he is in last place, but I don't feel like he deserves to be.
Yeah.
In Brad, because Brad is last season's winner, and he's got Daniel Jones. He's got Jameson, or he's got Javonte Williams, the RB3 on the season. He's got Jamar Chase.
Javonte Williams has had a great year so far.
Romo
Unreal.
Dunze. He did. I will say Brad made terrible starts last week. Brad sat Romo Dunze.
Yuck.
He also had, he swapped in Jordan. He's starting Jordan Mason over Omarion Hampton, by the way. Which, honestly, if you told anybody, I agree with it.
But yeah, if you told anybody week 1 of this year before any games happened, that's crazy.
He also started Jordan Love over Daniel Jones, which can't blame him either.
Yeah.
This is actually going to be a way tighter matchup than it looks like it's going to be on paper, because I truly believe everyone here could pop off. Strange is really the only one that I'm like, all right, I'm glad that's all you got. Like,
tight end is a wasteland, man. It's a wasteland right now.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because this is probably the best year ever to have gone late round tight end.
Yeah.
Warren looks great. You could get him mid late. There's like we already said, Juwan Johnson wasn't even drafted.
Juwan Johnson, Tucker Kraft.
Yep. Yeah, you got Tucker Kraft. I'm jealous. What's your matchup look like next week?
So quickly, I did play John in League of Record and lost by 6 points.
That is a real race to the bottom matchup. Good Lord.
90 to 96. Josh Allen had 11 points on the week.
That hurts you.
You hate to see it. So that didn't help me at all. Saquon and James Conner had decent weeks. Same with Mike Evans. Hollywood Brown's a downside. TJ Hawkinson is just off to nothing right now. I really thought that he'd be a bigger player with the Vikings wide receiver 2 out right now, Jordan Addison.
Yeah.
I just thought he would have more of a piece in that offense, but yeah, JJ McCarthy is not using his tight end very well, if at all. So 2 points there was brutal.
Tet looked great for you.
Tet looked great. I told somebody on X, they said, would you want Tet or DJ Moore? And I said, Tet is going to get 10 targets and hopefully a touchdown. The only thing he didn't get was a touchdown, but he had a great week.
He went 6 for 100.
6 for 100 is awesome.
He gets
no
touchdown.
complaints.
He's a solid, yeah.
Yeah. I wish I started a different defense. There were like 4 or 5 waiver defenses that got 10 points.
I started Cardinals in a bunch of different leagues, and I was gassed on that.
Yeah. Also, if I had started Jalen Waddle over Hollywood Brown, that would have won me the week as well.
After week 1 with Hollywood Brown, how could you?
It's tough, dude. I thought this man was going to get
that's what I'm saying. Like
10, 12 targets, but 5 targets.
16 targets. You'd be crazy to not start him.
Yeah, they looked terrible against the Eagles. So really down week for me. John's team was basically Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. Cortland Sutton was almost blanked. Travion Henderson did almost nothing. So it was really close. It sucks to lose to John, but I'm 1-1.
Pat's defense was his 3rd highest scorer.
Yeah, it sure was. Playing Chris W next week. He's got a pretty good team. He's got Derrick Henry. He's got T. Higgins, Travis Kelce. Wan'Dale Robinson has been a sneaky great start this year too. Wide receiver 9. He had 28 points last week with Russell Wilson. Wan'Dale Robinson had a great year last year too. Again, really under the radar, but he was wide receiver. I say great. He was wide receiver 36 for somebody who was just not on anyone's radar whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, it's not going to be a gimme. I need Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, Mike Evans, Tet. I need my guys to ball out this week. I would also love if Xavier Worthy came back, except I don't know that I'm going to start him because the Chiefs' offense is so slow this year. I don't know why I fell into this trap again. I did this last year with Travis Kelce.
I talked to a guy at work who he drafted Xavier Worthy late, because obviously he could get him later. And I was like, I like that pick. I like that for you. And then he went to drop him and he traded him instead. And I was like, I don't want either side of that. Like, and he was like, well, why don't you want Xavier Worthy? I was like, dude, that offense has not been looking good. They're going to get Rashee Rice back in a couple weeks. It just overall, like, it just does not seem like it's the Chiefs offenses of old. So I would like to stay away from that because you never know what's going to happen and it could burn you hard.
I really hate to make this comparison. It pains me deeply. But this was a common thing to happen to the Patriots too, with Tom Brady, is that you have this ragtag group of individuals who kind of knows some good offensive schemes. They're overcoached in a good way and can still win really close football games by kind of having this like chess match of adjustments and coaching.
It's Moneyball, man. They're a Moneyball team.
It is, and that's what's happening in Kansas City, and it's just kind of nobody's offense right now. But I think that's kind of how they're designing it right now. There's not a definitive one because there doesn't need to be. It's still Pat Mahomes. It's all about scheme. So, we'll see what happens. I'm not counting on it, but it would be awesome to see Josh Allen get another 40 points or whatever. So that's why I drafted him. I never draft Josh Allen. It's kind of fun.
It is kind of a ride to have like a high end QB. I never do it. I really like because I just can't get over the value over replacement argument. Like it's
that's the toughest part of it. It's like I could have all these. I could have XYZ wide receiver, whatever. So So that was talking matchups. How about we get into some survival or no dudes and duds.
Dudes and duds.
Dudes and duds of the week. Look at me, I remembered. Let's do your dude. Who's your dude of the week?
My dude of the week. I got to give it up to Jonathan Taylor. Man, it was so nice to see Jonathan Taylor balling out the way he did back in the day. It was just like, it felt like watching 2021 Jonathan Taylor again. Like 29 points. He cooked. Jonathan Taylor took me to a fantasy championship in 2021. And I believe it or not, I actually sat him in 2021 for David Johnson.
Oh.
And and because David Johnson scored and won me the ship. So I did end up sitting him. But anyway, dude of the week, he was 25 carries, 165 yards, 2 receptions for 50 yards and a touchdown. Absolutely insane.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great to see him back. My dud of the week. Where did I really lose at? Like, who did I
feel like?
I got to give it up to Garrett Wilson. I don't know. I want to say Garrett Wilson, but honestly, it's Janty. For what I paid to get Janty on my team.
Yeah, man. For what everybody paid,
just ain't gonna cut it. I knew what I was doing when I drafted him. I had the risk. I thought, okay, well, if he's a stud next year, he's going to be a top end round one pick. I'll draft him here, and no matter what, I'm safe next year.
Yeah.
We'll see. Jury's still out. He could open it up. Some of these guys take a little while. Maybe he's just adjusting to the speed of the game, but not been great so far. Really, you could have lost me this week in league record for sure.
Yeah. My dude of the week, common addition to this list, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
He historically has not played well against the Browns. It's always a tough matchup for them. He threw 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns, 225 yards. He only rushed for 13, but he just balled out again. He only has 19 completions, but 225 yards and 4 touchdowns. He's just been unbelievable. To see him play has been awesome. I feel lucky to have lived in an era where Lamar Jackson is playing football and he is on my fantasy team.
Mac was busting on me for becoming a Ravens fan, but I didn't really care about football until I got into fantasy football. I got into fantasy football the year that Lamar Jackson started playing football.
Yeah.
It was the year prior when they finally sat Flacco towards the end of the season, started Lamar Jackson. First year I really cared about football. Lamar Jackson was like, I got him everywhere. I got him in every league. I went to the championship in every league I was in at that time, and I won both of them. Yeah. Or no, I lost our first league record and then went on to win with him later. But He's so fun to watch football, man. We are so
sick.
We are so blessed to watch this man play football.
We really are. It's awesome. It's a great time to be alive and be an NFL fan. My dud of the week, not an outright horrible game by this guy, but considering the performance of his teammates, DJ Moore was super underwhelming for me this week. He only had 6 targets, 5 receptions for 46 yards. When Rome Odunze had 7 catches for 128 and 2 touchdowns. He's wide receiver 4 on the year. I was a believer in Rome 100% this year. I remember you guys saying that you were thinking Caleb Williams couldn't really support 2 wide receivers. I'm starting to think you were right because I don't think he's supporting DJ Moore anymore. So that's been tough for me. I paid a pretty decent price in Dynasty for DJ Moore. I don't know if it'll show me in this format, but I think I paid an equivalent of like a first-round pick for him, something like that. So off to a very slow start. Certainly didn't help me this week, especially when the Bears got blown out 52-21. They were almost always in a passing situation, and DJ Moore just couldn't get more opportunities.
Yeah.
Really sucks.
Yeah, it stinks. I think we are entirely right. We just picked the wrong wide receiver.
That's wrong one.
Yep.
But all right. So now that we've got dudes and duds out of the way, let's do some survival football.
Survival football.
Who'd you pick last week, Jake?
Who did I pick last week? The Baltimore Ravens.
John and I did the same.
They were going to beat the effing brakes off of Cleveland. I had no doubt.
Listen, man, that's always a trap game for me.
After week 1, I was like, they want to get their lick back. They want to hurt somebody. And boy, did they, because they stomped them 41-17.
They sure did.
Yeah, I knew the Ravens defense would just put a hurting on old Joe for old time's sakes. So, that was an easy one.
Yeah, fair enough. I had the Ravens as well. Take a moment here to kind of review some of these matchups.
I'm shocked some people picked the Cowboys.
Me too, man. I've said it a million times on this podcast. I don't care how heavy of a favorite the Cowboys are, which they were a very heavy favorite against the Giants. They went to overtime and nearly lost. Brandon Aubrey put the team on his back and kicked a 64-yarder to win them the game.
With how bad the Cowboys defense is now that they lost Micah Parsons, it's like, why would you bet on them? And knowing the Giants defense is sneaky really good.
Well, it's pretty legit, but they let up 40 points.
Yeah,
43 points.
I mean, because the Cowboys offense is still very good. Like, that's what I'm saying. The Cowboys is very solid. Their defense just sucks. But I don't know. That was anybody's game, and I don't know how anybody bet on that.
Yeah. So going into this week, this is really tough. I've got 2 matchups I'm looking at here. I despise picking either of these teams as well.
It's a pretty easy lock for me in this one.
I'm torn between. I guess I shouldn't be torn. I'm looking at Buffalo over the Dolphins.
Yeah, that's
football. Seems like a slam dunk. And also the Chiefs against the Giants. But the way that the Chiefs have been playing makes me nervous.
Yeah, I mean, you do get the benefit of, like, the Chiefs can't possibly themselves
go
0-3
right?
to the Giants.
Right, they can't.
Like Patrick Mahomes, I think, will sooner run for 200 yards to win that game than let himself be 0-3 to the Giants and get beat twice by the Eagles this year.
Yeah.
So
I don't disagree. I also see the Seahawks over the Saints is a pretty good matchup.
Seahawks over the Saints. I'm smashing Green Bay over Cleveland. I think Cleveland's going 0-3. Micah Parsons coming after old man Flacco, dude.
Yeah,
not a shot.
True.
And their defense is going to do nothing against Green Bay's O. So I'm smashed because I don't know as if every game is going to feel that way for Green Bay. Buffalo will play Miami Dolphins again this year, and I'll smash.
They will, and they're a little banged up on defense right now too. They lost Ed Oliver and somebody else on defense, pretty key players. So that's not a gimme, but Miami's
Miami's bad. I mean, that's a good start to me. I don't see why you wouldn't play that one. Other one I really like is the Colts over Tennessee. Tennessee looks like dog shit right now. The Colts are on fire.
The Colts are on fire, but I'll tell you, not enough to convince me that they can't just fall apart in this instant.
Sure, but I mean, look, sometimes you get it. You get the getting while it's hot.
Yeah,
and
I like that too.
I don't know who else I'm going to start. When else I would start Indy if you like that one. But my lock matchup is Green Bay over Browns.
Yeah. If the Seahawks Saints game is in Seattle, which I think it is, based on the way that this is set up, I'm going to pick the Seahawks this week because I don't think there's going to be a lot of weeks that I can pick the Seahawks. I want to go against the grain a little bit. I think that there could be some pretty big upsets this week, and I think this is really going to separate the men from the boys for survival football. So I'm going to lock that in. We'll see how it goes. Hey, it's time to roll the dice a little bit. Oh,
I like
all right. Let's give John a Grim Reaper pick too, for good old sakes. Why don't we do that?
John, the Grim Reaper pick. The problem is we can't slot it in for his actual game. I wish we could. I'll tell you right now who it's going to be. It's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs, baby. Super heavy favorite against the Giants. So
First time to go 0-3 in God knows how long with Andy Reid. Russell Wilson looked legitimately good against a pretty good, I would say really good Cowboys secondary. Steve Spagnuolo can only do so much, man. Like, if the Chiefs offense keeps producing like 14 points a week, they're going to lose games. They're going to keep losing games.
Very much a trap game.
Very much a trap game. So that's John's Grim Reaper pick. Bye-bye, Kansas City. We'll see you later. Yeah, so if you've made it this far, we really appreciate you guys. Check us out every week. We try and go live pretty much every Wednesday. Schedule a little TBD, but if you got any questions, we try to be a little active on socials. You can hit us up at Those Fantasy Dudes Pod on X, also at Those Fantasy Dudes on Instagram. We love hearing from you guys. That's what makes it fun, kind of make the fantasy football community a little bit better, a little funnier, one podcast at a time. So,
yep.
Yeah, we really appreciate you guys sticking with us. Check us out on YouTube. We're over on YouTube now. Spotify, all major streaming platforms as well. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't do the running bit at the beginning.
The running bit?
The Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google.
Oh, we haven't done that this year. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Music, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, CastBox, Reason, Radio Public Breaker.
Ham Radio. Tyler's put it out on ham radio.
Yeah. John, if you're listening out there, is there an outro or do I just play the intro again? I don't remember because I never have to click on it.
There's an outro. Tyler, I want you to do it a cappella.
Thanks again for watching the Those Fantasy Dudes podcast. I found it.
Yeah. See? You willed that into existence.
Those Fantasy Dudes podcast. Make sure to tune in next week and follow us at Those Fantasy Dudes on Instagram.
Get prepared to turn it off or we're going to have to sit here.
Oh, God, I'm just going to put it on repeat. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining. Have a great week in your matchups, unless you're playing against us. Peace out.
Been stuck.